Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. We have a fun one today from Scott Barnes, the master himself. You know, it's so fun to get these releases from these incredibly talented makeup artists. You just feel like it's the next best thing to Scott Barnes doing your makeup. Now, first of all, before we look at these cool selections and talk about what I have on my face today, and we're gonna do a demo and all that fun stuff, let's just make sure we're all on the same page and we know who Scott Barnes is, right? I mean, you know the J-Lo glow. He's the man responsible for it, along with the looks of Beyonce, Gwen Stefani, Lizzo, Kim Kardashian. I mean, like, you name it, powerful, strong women. And Scott Barnes is the man behind their tremendous glow. He's the one making the good-looking women look even better. And so I'm really excited whenever he has a new release. And this is the second set of his summer releases, which included 2 mini eyeshadow palettes, 2 bronzers, and some lip glosses. So here's what I did. You know me, I have trouble showing restraint. So I wanted it all, but I tried to cut back. So let's talk about what I did get and what I didn't get and why I didn't get it. So the first thing I got was the bronzer. Now, there's 2 bronzer shades. I ordered the Bondi Beach, which is the lighter one. And then they accidentally sent me in the VIP pre-order, they accidentally sent me Sicilian Sun, the darker of the 2. So the lighter is coming, and I'm gonna do a get ready with me trying new makeup, and we'll try the lighter one in that video, and we'll just go ahead and compare the 2 and see. But for today, I'm wearing now the darker, which is called Sicilian Sun, sorry. So now this does not have a mirror, which is kind of cool because it lets you see into the product. And when you open it up, you have this amazing, I've already kind of played with it and destroyed it a little bit. You have this kind of amazing SB initial, as well as this kind of golden sun set into this kind of ruddy bronzer. And apparently the Bondi Beach, which is going to be arriving any day now, is going to be a little bit more on for the yellow tone skin, and this is more towards for a redder, cooler tone skin, which I actually do have a cooler, more neutral, cooler tone skin. So this is not just an overlay. The gold, I mean, it is kind of on there, painted on there, but the gold mixes with the bronze. And as you can see, I put my finger in there and took a little bit of it off. And it will slightly come off, but when it mixes together, it'll kind of really more mix together as it goes. But it does appear to be an overspray, as you see. It does appear to be a bit of an overspray. Let's just show you. This, again, is Sicilian Sun. But if you stay tuned next week for my Get Ready With Me, I will show you the lighter version. Here it is. And there it is mixed with the gold. Can you see that, princesses? That's the gold kind of mixed with the reddish bronzer. And it's beautiful. We're going to talk about it and play with it in a little bit. But that is the darker of the 2. And you can already see how that looks on me, if that will help your decision making. Now, for the mini palettes, if you've been watching my channel long, you assumed that I bought Shimmering Sand, didn't you? Because it's a neutral palette. But I didn't. I bought, as well as you can see, I bought Tequila Sunrise. I bought this one. Have you ever seen anything like this? It's so unique. Take a look. Look at those colors. And it's tiny. It's a tiny little mini palette. It's only $25. Well, not only. I mean, it's, you know, it's still a bit of money. But compared to a lot of high-end and luxury makeup, it's a tiny little one. Look at it in the palm of my hand. And when you open it up, it's just a little cutie, cute little palette with all these beautiful summer sunrise colors. So let's take a little bit, let's swatch a little bit. We have our bronzer right here, but I've cleaned off my hand. And I have this blue. Look at that aqua color. All right, let's take our more neutral on the bottom here. That looks like this. That's kind of a yellow, orangey tangerine color. Let me get a better swatch. It's great great blendability, but that was my issue, getting a bad swatch there. And then we have this lovely canary yellow shade, which I had a lot of fun with on my eyes. And you know, it's funny, these shades swatch worse than they are on the eye. I thought they actually performed better on my eye than they are in the swatches. Look out for that, because some shades, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Some eyeshadows are kind of made to swatch well, and then they don't on the eye. Now this color, which I have not used today because I was a little bit chicken, but here it is in all of its pink, pretty glory. And last but not least is this lovely shade in the middle, which is definitely the coolest reflective duotoned shimmer shade. Look at that sparkle. Let me do that a little bit better for you. So as I was saying, look out, because sometimes, look at that. Well, there it all is, first of all. Let me just get out of the way before I continue jabbering. So sometimes eyeshadow can be so highly pigmented, and so almost silicone-y that when you run your finger through it and swatch it, it makes these beautiful dark swatches. But then on the eye, it's also that dark and kind of harder to work with. So as you see, I wanted to really go over these and make these swatches perfect. But on the eye, princesses, it's really easy to blend, and it builds up gently, and it's not intimidating, and it's very easy to work with. So I'm going to show you that in a moment. We're going to play with this darker of the two bronzers and this incredibly adorable little mini eyeshadow palette, and see what you guys think, and to create this look that you see today. I'm going to come back with nothing on my eyes and no bronzer, and we'll take it from there. Stand by. Okay, we're back. Now the first thing I want to do is bronze up a little bit. As I explained to you a moment ago, I have accidentally the darker bronzer here. Let's see how it looks. If it's horrible, we'll just go over it with a little bit of foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this absolutely gorgeous, I don't mind that it doesn't have a mirror here, by the way. I know mirrors are nice, but I don't mind it. I think it's really quite pretty that it shows through like that. So we're going to dip around in it, maybe get a little gold, my plan here is to just get a little bit of all of it. It's very powdery. Oh, I hope this doesn't look too golden. There's a lot of gold on the, let's do it. Ooh, it's very golden. I've got a lot of gold. I don't really mind it though. I mean, it's kind of pretty, but it's gold. It's kind of like highlighty bronze. Let me just, let me go in with kind of a smaller brush here, almost like a blush brush. And let's get maybe just the bronzer part, which is not, not that easy. I mean, so definitely this is supposed to be mixed with the gold. But let me tell you, I mean, this man is the king of glow, and it's kind of golden highlighty as well, but I'm not minding it. There's a lot of gold on my forehead right now. We'll probably have to go fix that up. I'll put maybe a little bit of foundation over it, but I'm looking into the viewfinder only. I'm not minding that kind of summer lit glow. It's kind of pretty, and I wonder if I will. We'll have to compare it when the lighter shade comes, but I'm kind of liking that, the way that darker, slightly red bronzer is playing with the gold. I kind of like that. Let me put a little bit even across the nose. Do I dare? Let's do a little bit. I'm using my small brush and just kind of getting over there across the nose, just like I've had a little bit of sun. That is a very, very pretty look. All right, let's get into this eye palette because I'm really excited about it. And this one does have a mirror, a little mirror. Okay, wow, what are we gonna do? Well, you know I like to play it safe, so let's start with just my little fluffy sky brush, eye brush from Sonia G. And let me go in with, let me just do a little bit of transition here at the top. I know, kind of an orangey, sunrisey vibe here, guys, that I'm just doing little windshield wiper motions with. You know me, always safe with the neutral, but that's pretty much the only neutral shade I'm going to get in this whole palette. And thankfully, Mr. Barnes put it in here knowing that some of us would need something to ground us a little bit. Being a professional makeup artist, he knows that. And me, being a professional, I play with makeup, but not a makeup artist, I like that too. Let's see. Okay, I really want to do something with this yellow. I want to do something with this yellow, this blue. I don't know what to do with this pink yet. Let's go in, same brush. Ooh, let's put it on the lid. Oh, you know what I like about this, princesses? Look at that. That is one little wash of the yellow on the lid. It is not electric, and I actually respect that. And the reason I respect that is it's not intimidating. This is a palette that you could easily, in fact, I'm going back in, that you could easily build up without fear. Sometimes those really pigmented shadows, they can just be too much and then trouble to blend out. This is blending just beautifully and nothing about it is shocking, even though in the pan it's quite startling. On the eye, I'm not having any trouble with it. It's just blending and it's just really pretty, as you can see. Now it's funny, every time I glance in the mirror, I'm thinking, ooh, I got some sun today, but it isn't. It is just that bronzer I put across the tip of my nose. And I don't know if the lighting is blocking it out or not, but I have a really kind of sun-kissed glow right now that I'm really enjoying. Thank you, Scott Barnes. Okay, so I really want to do something with this really shimmer shade here. I know I should use the pink. Let's do a little something underneath with the blue and see what we make of it, okay? Let's just take another little Sonia G brush here, and let's take this blue kind of aqua shade, see it there? And let's just do a little bit underneath and see what we think and see if we like it. And again, just like the yellow, it didn't go too heavily. I mean, I think I could easily do, I went a little bit heavier handed on this side because I can see that it's not going to overpower me. So I'm doing a little bit more, just kind of a little drop shadow color, kind of a smoky color there, and to connect the two. And I think what we need to do is we do need to bring that up a little bit onto the upper lid because I did kind of a lot of it. So let's take a little bit here. I'm just playing around, guys. Let's take a little bit of it here and just run a little bit of it up in here. I'm just getting really creative, really. Using my fingers, using brushes, just taking a little more of it. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Again, I don't want you to feel left out. I just want to do just a little bit up into the sides of the eye, if you can see there. And just kind of blend it out. And with the yellow, it just becomes a little bit more green, and it is very tequila and very tropical and very pretty and wearable and summery. I'm really liking it. What about this shimmer shade? I know I haven't touched this one. I'm kind of scared of it. What about this shimmery shade? Let's put that in the middle, shall we? That little shimmer shade. Let's just use my finger and stick that right in the middle. That's very glittery. Can you see it? And let's just put that right into the middle and see what you think. I am kind of liking this. I think it needs to be evened out a little bit and maybe blended a bit here or there. And I do have, as I say, I have hooded eyes that are uneven, so I have to really do a little bit of, opening my eyes and closing my eyes and kind of comparing and making sure that they match. It's a little bit mermaidy. This is a look that I probably wouldn't have tried because I'm such a neutral gal, but I'm kind of liking it. It's fun, and it's still not crazy dramatic, is it? It's really not. All right, let me add a little bit of mascara and maybe a little bit of liner, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about it here, okay? I'll be back in a second. We're back. You didn't miss much. All I did was add in my new Dark Star Pat McGrath mascara and some Pat McGrath eyeliner in the shade called Shade. I tight lined with it, and that's it. I tidied up a little bit, evened out a little bit, and took this middle shimmer shade and even put a little bit in the center of the eye. I kind of thought of that. I wasn't hiding it from you, but I kind of thought of that after I got off camera. And I want to tell you that when I turned off the lights, the camera and things like that, to put on my mascara, I had a really good look at this bronzer and this kind of gold flush that comes with it, and I love it. I have never been a fan of gold highlight, but when it's in with this bronzer, oh, I'm really enjoying it. And like I said, this is the Sicilian Sun, and which is a little bit darker than the Bondi Beach that I'd originally ordered. So when Bondi Beach comes, we'll have to look at it together and we'll see what we think. Right now, I'm liking the Sicilian Sun a little bit better. Tell me what you think. Maybe you ordered the Shimmering Sand palette, and you can tell me what you think about it below. And tell me what you think of this look on me and this kind of gold in the bronzer. I am really enjoying it. Comment below, and please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love for you to subscribe and help me build my channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.